Boom. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Do you guys feel the energy now that I'm doing one live stream and not two live stream? Can you hear me? Can you feel my level of excitement that I have? People, this is very exciting. I have had for the first time in I don't know when, 8 hour of sleep. Yes, 8 hour of sleep. For all of you guys out there, especially if you are a parent, especially when you are a single parent, you will understand the importance of a full 8 hour of sleep. Look at this. Kabam, I'm ready. On a serious note, if you are joining for the very first time, my name is Holly Lee. I am a certified career coach and interview trainer with companies such as Amazon and a couple other brand players. My goal is to live stream weekly on top of my weekly pre recorded video to help you be interview ready, land the right position of your dream, and finally, lastly, get the right compensation. The number one questions I'm getting right now, I don't know, maybe it's the end of the year. I don't know. Everyone and their mom is asking me for salary. It is to the point where I'm laughing because I know some of you guys are literally in the live chat right now as my paid YouTube member. I'm sorry. Let me sustain myself. I've had so many messages. It happens towards the end of the year. I would say last quarter, starting with November and December, it's on fire. Even though I've told a lot of folks that says that I no longer do private coaching anymore. In fact, even if I did, the waiting list right now, as it is so long. It's just not possible. And I have fun in my number one most popular program, which is I'm the founder of my VIP coaching, where I reviewed your stories. I teach you how to write your stories, by the way. Then I review them with you, and then I teach you how to communicate with your delivery on top of a bonus, which is teaching you how to write your credential, which is AKA resume and LinkedIn for free inside the VIP coaching. Okay. So if you are new, please do support my channel. Without you even watching or being here, I won't be doing this. Okay. So thank you very much. Just coming by and hanging out with me. Should you have questions for me, please be patient and put the giant Q in front of your questions. So the first 30 minutes of the live stream is free, meaning that you are welcome to drop your questions and leave a comment. And the rest of that are for my paid YouTube community member. I promise I'm not going to break a bank with $3.99 a month. Yeah. You see the background? You're still basically supporting my production value, and that allows me to continue pumping good content for you. Okay. So let's talk about an important thing that I've been getting a lot lately. Before you get, here's the thing. Okay, let me just pause for a second. Let's talk about money. Okay, I actually install an money flowing animation uh, for the live stream, but it's not working out right now. Okay, I have like the US dollar floating down, but it's not floating down at the moment. Here's the thing about money. A lot of you guys are excited. Some of you guys are angry with me. Yes, angry with me because it's so common. Okay. Somebody wrote me a almost nearly a one page with constructive criticism on my YouTube channel in one of my salary negotiation video, which I have a playlist of 4 video, right? It's funny because somebody says, Holly, I watched your video. I didn't learn anything. If you don't want to if you don't want to tell me what I'm worth, then basically I'm wasting their time, right? I should have taken a screenshot of that instead of deleting that person or hiding that person from my channel because I just don't like anything negative. This is for the community. Everything that I'm doing for you guys is for the community and for free, by the way, okay? Here's the thing. If you are looking for content and if you guys don't know where to go, I have been a creator since 2019, which means I have over 130 video. So all you have to do is ask me specifically the type of questions that you're looking for, and I'm more than happy to direct you to the right resources. These live stream every Tuesday, hanging out with me, just me and you. I see you. It's all about you. Okay. This is a great opportunity for you to drop your questions rather than emailing back and forth or pinging back. I don't even do that stuff. Okay. That's one. Secondly, once you get the Amazon offer, because I'm getting very heavy. All my questions are around Amazon. Um, you're very disappointed because the offer is not as expected. Here's the thing, guys. I made it very clear and I'm so transparent. I highly recommend you all to watch my onboarding video at Amazon. I'm very transparent. I never said Amazon paid me well, right? I've been live streaming as mentioned since 2019. I've never once said that. I said a lot of different things that make up for that stuff. Now, keep in mind, if you're looking at the market value of any states or country where Amazon is at, in Seattle specifically, where I am and where their headquarters is, Amazon's total compensation is actually above average. Okay. But if you're comparing Amazon, like Google, Facebook, even Apple, a lot of those companies, Amazon is probably the lowest paying company because Amazon is very generous with sign on bonuses, but extremely no generosity when it comes to base salary. These are all public information. It's not like I'm sugarcoating anything. Okay. And keep in mind, because I've spent, 6, 7 years at Amazon, I've been in recruiting. I've been a PM for recruiting. I've trained. I've even trained bar racers, in a matter of fact. Everything that I'm sharing with you is based on personal experience. And these are public detailed where I'm not, don't ask me about the ranges. I'm not going to share that with you. I'm just not. Okay. The second thing to keep in mind is I talked about this in my salary negotiation playlist. It's not just for Amazon, it's for any FAANG companies or employers that you interview with, right? Why do you want to accept the job offer? If you're going after the money, then I don't know if this is a good environment for you because you know you're going to put in a lot of work. I'm talking about at least 8 hours. I'm sorry, not eight is understatement. At least 10 hours or maybe 15 hours a day. Okay? I don't ever remember working at Amazon less than 10 hours a day in the office at the time. Okay? I don't know how the world is right now being remote, but even so, there's a pro and a con in every single company. I work for a fantastic employer, Facebook, Google, fantastic, where I am spoiled, rotten, and I get to, you know, run a team the way I am and everything is great. But I am looking for a certain drive that I like to build something and I want to see it go public and I want to help my organization generate billions of dollars. And that was Amazon for me. Okay. So you got to ask yourself and you got to think twice. If the offer, I'm wink, wink, yes, I'm talking to you. You know who I'm talking about. If you are getting an offer and let's just say that you've done all your homework and you come back and it's still not where you need it to be, it has two things, okay? Very importantly. One, it has to do with your total interview feedback. Put yourself in the employer's perspective, professionals, okay? For example, if you got two people putting you a thumbs down and three people giving you a thumbs up, you're barely making it to an offer. You see where I'm going? So the odds of them going through an exception for you is really slim. Yeah? Are you with me? Leave me a comment and say, yes, you make sense or something. So I know that you're still paying attention. Okay. The second thing is, let's just say that you make it all the way through and everyone gives you a thumbs up, right? But no one is really giving you a strong hire. That's another reason. Okay. If the hiring manager or the bar racer is falling off the chair and so excited about you, yeah, your offer is going to be larger. Okay. In general, we all know that we should never accept the first offer given to us anyway, all company. But if you're really pushing, I have had previous, I call member or client in my VIP cohort where they say, Holly, I'm going to ask for 50% more than what I'm making. And I said, whoa, 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 hold your horses. Hold your horses, grasshopper. Why are you asking for 50% more? Why? What are you bringing on the table? And your offer is a level 6. In back of my mind, I know what the ranges are. I'm not going to tell them. But why? If you haven't done your homework and you're just throwing numbers there just because you think that Amazon's the richest company in the world, the employer's going to call you BS. Okay, a good recruiter, and not just say a bar racer because they're just human being like you and I. Just hiring managers, they should know what the market rate is. Yeah, I know what the market rate is. If I look at your branding, if I look at your position title, even what you have done, if I just glance 5 seconds on your resume, I know how much you're worth. Okay. If you come to me and have one quick, even 30-second conversation with me, I will know right away if you're going to get the job, yes or no, right off the bat. It's very simple. It's your ability to articulate your strategic large scale and scope to the employer. And that kabam is where the monies are coming in. Okay. So, guys, let me know if that makes sense for you because literally all of you guys are asking me about LinkedIn. Okay? All right, I'm ready to answer some Q&A. Claudia, you just joined. Welcome, Claudia. Thank you for being here. Snable, hello, Snable. Purple. I love your energy, Purple. Steven, you just become a member. Thank you for supporting my work. You guys have no idea because when you are supporting my work or buying me a cup of coffee, whatever you may call it, I don't exactly make $3.99. I probably make $1 out of that, but everything helped me. I'm not obviously I'm not motivated by money. Okay. I'm talking about dollar here. It motivates me to know that people actually find value in what I'm trying to coach them. That's why I'm doing this. So when I have more people watching, more subscriber count, more questions is letting me know that my content is actually working. Okay. Because I am going to do something really fun right now. I'm not going to share that. It will happen in December. So in December, I'm going to release and unleash the people who are able to land a job offer out of my free YouTube content alone. And I just hired actually a couple video editor to take all of that job offer from every single one of my live stream. And a lot of that will be compressed in a way where you can find information a lot quicker. I'm really excited because literally just within the first 3 live stream that I rewatch over the weekend, there are so many people, so many, okay? And the thing is, let's do the math. We are all human. Not everyone is going to stay focused. Let's be real and stay motivated. So, how do you get there? You get there by really pushing yourself, okay? All those folks, all those thousands of people who are able to land a job for free, it's not just me, it's you guys, okay? Yeah, I can talk until the cow comes home, but if you don't do anything about it, I can't help you. You need to be able to help yourself before anyone else can help you. Let me know if I make sense. Say yes. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a coffee emoji or something. Okay? So a lot of the good stuff will be coming. There's an announcement, but I will talk about that next week. It's in the work. That's a lot of good stuff. Hi, Yeslin. How are you? Lon. Hi, Lon. Good afternoon from DC. How are you? Luxembourg. Wait, which Claudia is it? Is this my friend Claudia? My friend Claudia as the ex-Amazon Kindle recruiter. Which Claudia is this? Anyhow, good to have you here. I love international folks. Benny 2011. Good to have you here. Betty, first timer. Welcome to all the first timer here. George, oh wow, there's a lot of first timer. I go through wave, guys, okay? I go through wave just because I have nearly 26,000 subscriber. That doesn't mean that 26,000 people are watching my content because once they land a job offer, they kind of move on and I have a new wave coming in. That's just the life of a creator. It's very sad, guys. So it makes me very happy when I get new people coming in. Congrats, AK. AK. Oh, you receive a job offer. Yay! Hang on. Where's my button? Hang on. Yes. Ooh. Okay, let's start that over. Oh, come on. Come on, Apple. This is an Apple thing. I promise you this is an Apple thing. You know what? It bugs me. It really bugs me. Come on. In, out. Okay, let's just not do that. I'm going to, let me try one more time. If I do this, can you guys tell how stubborn I am? Yes, I'm a very stubborn coach because it's not that I want to be perfect. It's just that if I know how to fix this, you know what? I'm just not going to do this right now. It's not happening. Okay, now that I'm here, I can't even get rid of it, people. Okay, let me try something different, okay? Okay, it's everyone. That's so weird, guys. Okay, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Let's start all over again. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you so much for coming in from South Africa. I don't know what time it is for you, but I appreciate you for coming in here. Good for you. Since you've just landed an offer in South Africa, what is your best strategies in how to get that job offer from Amazon? If you could give just one tip as you're walking out the door and starting your day one, what would that be, AK? Stick and lobster. Purple. Dominican Republic. Hello, Carmen. Carmen Maria from Dominican Republic. How are you? Oh, this is so good. I really want to. Okay, what if I do this? Oh, you see that? God, I hate this. I'm going to go ahead and remove this live button. Oh, thank God. Okay, I got it, guys. I promise. I got it right here. Okay, these videos have helped me prepare and understand what to expect. Thank you so much for saying that. I completed my loop with Amazon yesterday. That is surrender. It went very well, according to me. Fingers crossed for you. Being honest is the best work. Exactly, AK. It's all about honesty. It's honesty to yourself first. AK says, thank you guys. I accepted the offer. Listen to her. Yes, please do listen to me. I don't have the magic wand or the magic stick, guys. And I'm very transparent, as you can see. There's nothing sugarcoat. I work for 90% literally of all the FAANG company, and they all operate the same way. Okay. The interview prep process is still the same way. In fact, I've had the VIP coaching. The VIP coaching, I don't even teach you the leadership principle because everything is free on the Amazon website. Why should I waste your time and money to do all of that? But I help you focus on these specific questions. um, there's no right way to say this. A lot of the tech companies are really copying the same, let's use the word copy to be more transparent, the exact same questions from Amazon. How do I know this? And no, I did not make this up. My clients who got an offer, PM, TPM, engineering, business leader, finance manager, you name it, from Amazon, from Google, from Apple, from startup even, they all tell me the same thing. And they say, Holly, yeah, Google asked a couple hypothetical questions, but a lot of the questions are exactly the same thing as the one you have provided on your STAR template. Okay, STAR template meaning the ones from my VIP coaching. They have a list of 20 questions where I make them give me 2 example, which is 40 stories, right? So that's how I'm able to train them. There's a lot of way to be interview ready. It's just that I'm trying to figure out a process that can get you to the result a lot quicker. If you can provide 2 to 3 example for the 16 Amazon leadership principle, sure, absolutely that works, but you'll be frustrated because it takes a lot longer. Okay. And why should you only focus on the leadership principle and not focus on interview prep in general? Because once you get that offer, you're able to get the same result with any company you interview for, right? Yes. So my goal is to not pigeonhole you into one thing. I get it. Amazon is a dream company for a lot of folks, but why are you limiting yourself to one employer and interviewing for one role? Don't you want to expand strategically your way of thinking to help you deliver a lot stronger for all the companies so you could make higher money, right? Hi, Raleigh. How are you, Raleigh? Yes, welcome, Claudia. Books buddies. Welcome back, Books buddy. Holly, I had my phone interviewed 11:10 today is the third working day interview, but no response. What do you mean? What? You have a phone interviewed on the 10 and today is the third. Okay, no response. Then you need to follow up. A lot of you guys are so afraid to follow up with the recruiter. Either you are waiting. I have a lot of folks right now, okay, who are waiting for their formal offer, who the recruiter sent them a PDF document and forgot to tell them the password. Yes, you need your password, okay? Generally, is the last 4 digit of your social security number, but that could change, right? So don't be afraid to follow up with your recruiter. Recruiters are very busy. Recruiters are also human, so people do forget and they do make mistakes, and that's okay. So if I were you, I would follow up with your recruiter every 2 business days, especially when you are already in the active interview stage. Okay? The recruiter is just extremely busy right now. You may feel that it's been a week. To the recruiter, it felt like an hour. You see where I'm going? Because they're literally moving with a lot of pipeline going through. And Amazon still has a 2 and 5 promise. What does that mean, Holly? 2 and 5 promise was one of my last project as a recruiting leader with Alexa before I went on maternity leave, which is every 2 business days, it is the recruiter's job to get back to you. You see where I'm going? After the on-site, within 5 business days, they should give you feedback or what the next step is. But in general, once you're in the process, every 2 business days, the recruiter's job is to get back to you. All right? Okay. Hello, Elle. How are you? Good to connect with you. This is my first time. Well, welcome, Elle. Where are you from, Elle? Thank you so much, Lone, for the coffee. I don't know why it still does that, guy. It bugs. It really bugs me. I'm not trying to be a perfectionist. I'm just trying to look sharp. I don't like it when I don't look sharp. Can you guys bear with me for one quick second, okay? I don't know why it's doing it. So let me corners. Let's just do this. That is very, very weird. Let me do this. So hopefully moving forward, that should change. Okay. Constant, it's been a long time, Constant. How are you? Long time meaning a week. Betty, how are you, Betty? Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and change member mode on because I really want to focus in answering everybody's question. If you already input your questions on here, don't worry, I will answer all of them. And if you are interested, feel free to click on the link in the live chat all the way up to join as part of my community. All right, let's get this party going. Betty, 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 Betty. Betty's question is, well, it seems like it's still not working. I'm going to leave it alone, but I still have to do this. That's so weird, guys. Are you guys seeing this? Okay. Again, I'm not a perfectionist, but this is really bugging me to death. And I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Modern. Yes, that should be better. Yeah, hallelujah. There you go. Okay. So your job is to not be perfect for your interview prep, but your goal and your job is to do the best that you can. Okay? The best that you can, meaning you always want to show up well. There you go. Okay, you guys can read it. And the reason why I'm doing this, guys, putting your name on the screen is because a lot of the folks, especially the pay YouTube members, are asking me for the replay and they want to read it. So you guys are requesting this. I'm doing this for you guys, okay? So it's easier for you to find the question. Okay. Interviewed with a hiring manager for a senior PM under advertising. Having a hard time being concise in my stories. For example, one project consists of many stories. Okay, to break it up, consider repeating. You never, ever, ever repeat. And yes, absolutely, you can break it apart, right? If you solve a problem for one project, it usually comes with a lot of different problems. Yeah? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to you. So let's just say that you're solving and you're being very vague right now. So therefore, I'm being very vague with you as well. If you want me to help you, give me a very specific question. What problem are you solving for? Let's just say that if you work with this project, I don't know, ABC. ABC has 10 different problems to solve. Great. Those are 10 different story. If you look at your story, pick the top 3 that are the strongest, 2 or 3, and then those are your 2, 3 examples. For example, what is the most complex systems, program? What is it? Process? What are you solving for? You hear where I'm going? So without even knowing more about what you are a PM for under advertising, I can't really go anymore. Are you solving a digital media problem? Go-to-market strategy. What are you solving for advertising? By the way, what I just mentioned, those are 3 different stories. Okay. So I would just start from there. It's okay to write everything down. Let your brain go wild, people. Let it go wild because you want it to have all the good content. Content is gold. Once you have the content, you can pick the best one and turn them into story. Never use the same story. It bugs me. I have a lot of customers, the ones who doesn't listen, by the way, and they like to repeat themselves, right? Don't do that. You're wasting your time. And I want you guys to be so focused where you're going to knock the interviewer's socks off by your ability to storytell. Okay. And if you don't understand what I mean by storytell, right over here, actually, it's over here. Go to hollylee.co. That is my business website, under start download, or just click download. That is a direct link right there. This is the most innovative thing that I've ever done at Amazon as a recruiting leader at the time. How I was able to convince Jeff Wilke and his directs, 12 leaders, into getting a lot of money so I can do international expansion with a white paper. Okay. All of that stuff, I literally presented my paper in 1 minute, which is why the first video I've ever made is the 60-second elevator pitch. That's where the idea are coming from. Okay. I know, guys, I know that by now a lot of people are talking about the same content as I am, but understand that when I come up with these crazy ideas, for example, how long should your answer be? 30 to 45 second, because literally in an Amazon environment, I was trained from my executive, my business stakeholder, and I've also taught making great hiring decisions at Amazon. Okay. I have 4 to 5 hours to teach a room of about 100 people every single month. That was my job on top of my job, by the way. And I've done it for at least 5 years straight out of the years I've been at Amazon. And because of that, I'm teaching them every single thing about Amazon, all its products, interview feedback, how to interview, the leadership principle. You get where I'm going. I am teaching them everything in 4 to 5 hours. That is why the speed of delivering content have to be as quick as possible without rushing yourself. This is what I mean by content is gold, because you want to use minimized word so that you can be relatable to your audience, aka the interviewer. Okay? Let me know, guys, if what I just said makes sense to you. Timenant from Toronto. Hello, Toronto. How are you? I'm thankful and grateful. You accepted an offer. Hell yes! Yes, Constant. I'm so happy for you, my friend. Wow, I'm so happy for you. Ah, yes. Yes, 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 yes. You have been around for the last 3 to 4 months. You show up to every single one of my live stream. You've asked intelligent questions. I remember reviewing your LinkedIn profile a couple times. I remember a lot of our messages and our communication back and forth. I'm so happy for you. Good job. Oh my God, can you guys tell my excitement? This is why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm living for, and this is why I quit my full-time job for you guys. I should have known that my passion is in training and coaching 5 years ago. Should have quit back then. By now, all of you guys would be in the workplace right now. Congratulations. So happy for you. Constant, I'm not going to remember this. I know that we are already connected on LinkedIn, my friend. Can you please send me a reminder so I can add you to my private Facebook group? The group is only made for those who are my member, who are resulted job offer based on my coaching. Okay. So make sure you reach out to me. Snable, do the same thing as well. Please do remind me. Good job. Wait, Constant, does that mean you will stop coming to my live stream? You've been around for so long, it'd be awkward without you. Please come on by, okay? All right. Good job. Joey Star. Joey. I'm in an interview loop, well known tech company now. Thanks for your videos. May I know? Oh, why is it so small? This is weird. This is weird when I change the font size. It doesn't change. It's just weird. Okay, let me do this. There, that's much better. Let me. Okay. Um, may I know how a great system design interview looked like during your shadowing with senior engineers? System designs, every company asks system design questions very differently, but the one thing they have in common, startup or the FAANG company, is they want to see your ability, your knowledge to strategically take things apart to design a specific systems or a specific service. Okay, for example, if even if you Google it on Glassdoor, I talk a lot about Glassdoor in 2019 when I first started my channel. There's a lot of videos on that, by the way. Okay, to show you how. And remind me if you can't find it, and just reach out to me on LinkedIn, Joey Star, which is you have to really think on a high level. How do you design the system or service that you're trying to do? Okay. What databases are you using? Let's just assuming that it is. So without any specific questions, I'm just being very vague right now. And you kind of start peeling layers of onion. Sounds like the star method, right? Yes, it is, right? So you really dive deep in taking apart on what databases it goes in there. Are there any cache that are involved? And how are you supposed to integrate the application to make everything correlate to each other? If I were you, I would start at a very high level and start working backward in figuring out how to integrate everything to make it work. Okay. One of the very, very common questions at a lot of these companies, not just Amazon, I know that Apple asks similar question as well because my customer actually tell me that. For example, if it's at Apple, right, it would be designed systems. Ugh, God, what product? I literally everything I'm looking at is Apple product. Design system design for iPhone, right? So if you are building the next generation, let's just say iPhone 15, because 14 is coming out, I heard. So how do you design it? Right? You have to look at the user experience. You have to look at the historical of the last one. You have to put everything. This is just an example. If you are at Amazon, how do you design Amazon Locker? And I talk a lot about designing Amazon Locker, Amazon Video, Prime Air. I talk a lot about that in previous videos as well, where you have to take the original idea and how do you start peeling the different layer and integrating data or information on there to figure out the root cause, and how are you supposed to generate a solution in order to build the entire design from ground up. That's system design. Object oriented design and object oriented analysis is a must have when it comes to system design for software engineers, for technical program managers, as well as for engineering manager. Okay, those three positions will be required to know system design. Now, if you guys are interested at Google, a lot of my Google customers who are now Googlers, of course, yes, I did work for Google as well. They talked about being a program manager position at Google. Now they're also asking design questions. Okay, so design is a big thing now. I think the employer, kind of want the cake and pie and do it too. They want to hire one body and having multiple skills into one because a PM and a TPM are not the same. Okay, Joey, let me know if that have answered your question. Okay. Also, if you take a look at my, I think I thought I had a video on system design. If I don't, I will make a video on system design focus for you guys. Okay. And the first place you should start: one, go to Glassdoor. Two, go to Google. Right? Everything's free, guys. Put system design just like that on the Google browser, and then also on your YouTube browser. And our best friend, google.com's aka YouTube, will give you answer and walk you through. Let me know if that makes sense, Joey. Fed Sweetie, first timer from France. Glad to be part of this. Welcome from France. International folks, I know. Welcome, welcome, guys. Mohammed, I've joined your live chat first time. I want to ask the questions. I give interviewed at Amazon and I'm confident for coding interviewed, but confused in system design. What are the chances? You have to pass design, okay? You're not going to get hired if you are, I don't know. When you guys have a questions for me, please, guys, tell me what position you're interviewing for so I could be relevant. so that I'm not spending my time in second guessing. Oh, you're an engineer. What are you, right? I'm assuming that you're an engineer because you talk about coding. So to pass the engineering bar at Google, 60% of your questions are behavioral based, 40% of your questions will be technical. Okay. So there will be one or two design questions, a problem solving in either a data structure or algorithm or one of your coding languages. So you have to meet the bar in order to get a job offer, not just Amazon, but any of these big companies. The type of question they're asking technically are very similar across. Okay. Which is why I'm not an Amazon interview coach. I'm just a leadership coach for all of the FAANG company. Okay. Alrighty. Carmen. Hello, Carmen. Constant. Constant said the star method works. Yes, my friend, it is. It is. I'm such a big fan of the star method because at Amazon, they live and preach on the star method. In fact, they love the star method so much where, as a new employee at Amazon, the first thing I did was to take a class called Project Management 101. Guess what they taught us there? Yeah, writing using the star method. Okay. This is what I mean. And when I taught interview training at Amazon, guess what I teach? All the new hires like you. Yes, the STAR method. And when you write feedback and how you evaluate a candidate's answer, it's very clear you're helping the interviewer out. If you get to the point in under a minute, preferably 45 seconds, which Amazon, by the way, the interview prep from the recruiter, it's allowing you to have 2 to 3 minutes. Please don't do that because people get bored within 10 seconds. Okay. So try to stick around 30 to 45 seconds. But the STAR method really should highlight what problem you're solving for, the how you're solving. It's 100% that everybody failed their interview. How? Don't tell me your team, your company, we. How did you come up with the action plan? How did you dive deep to figure out what the root cause is? And how did you are able to come up with a strategic roadmap? And by the way, how did you solve this problem? Walk me through your action item. Okay. And what was the result? A lot of people, if they're lucky, they would just give me the result. But wait, what up? Where's the entire story? Okay. I wish there's something else that I could say instead of using the STAR method, because one of the things that makes me very uncomfortable is that everyone in their mom now talks about the STAR method and there's like 1,000 other version. So I'm thinking about rebranding, probably rebranding to the 30-second rule or something like that. I don't know. It's in the work. Okay, Constant. Good job. Purple. By the way, if you guys are interested to connect me on social, my social is right here. Okay. Purple, thank you for putting it here. So my social is right here. Feel free to connect with me. I am holiday.co and that is my business website. And on the business website at the very bottom, there's my social icon as well. I am holiday.co on Instagram and Facebook, and the only Holly who's a coach on LinkedIn and YouTube, right? That's crazy that I'm the only one. It's like telling you John Smith, pretty much. Okay, let me go back. I don't know what just happened, guys. Hang on one second. Technical difficulty. Sorry, guys. I promise I will. I don't know what just happened. It won't let me come back. Come back. Please, come back. Well, guys, this is what happened when you're trying to be too ambitious. And here I am. Okay, here I am. All right. More questions, please. AK. Here's an Amazonian tip for you, okay? Honesty and speak from your experience and not create false stories. Yes. Yes. Let me repeat myself. There are a lot of people, okay? A lot of people, even unfortunately, shamefully, even in my VIP coaching. For example, if you are a TPM and I read your story, there's nothing remotely TPM or technical about it. That's when I know you're trying to fake it. There are also times that when I read your story, it sounded like John Doe. Okay. Do not try to fake your story. Go watch my Amazon culture video and my onboarding video and why Amazon video. Amazon or any employer will call BS when you don't have it. Please, please, please do not do that. Thank you so much, AK, for mentioning that. Because in 2020, when times are hard, when the pandemic arrived on our lab, I have received 2 messages from Amazon themselves. And those messages are, Holly, just an FYI, I love your content on YouTube. Um, but we have had a couple people who use your recruiting stories as theirs, and we know you're the only person who built the team in Austin. You see where I'm going? Please don't do that, people. Don't do that. Silly, 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 okay? Thank you so much for your tip there, AK. Kamajalini, sorry about that. Holly, love your work and dedication. Just scheduling loop interview. What's the best response to Amazon recruiter email? Your total compensation expectation. Okay to defer and say need more information from Loop. Well, you need to watch my salary expectation video. Okay, my friend, you have to at least watch part 1 of that video. Generally, this is just me. I don't like to talk about compensation until I know it's a good fit for me. Okay? Yes, even if you don't have a job, you have a family to feed. If you talk about money right off the bat, you don't want to, what if you're making, I'm totally making this up, okay? What if you're making 50K a year and Amazon's offering you 150 and you just told them 50K? So are the interviewers actually going to take you serious? You hear where I'm going? 2, okay, guys, ready for this? Let's just say that you give them the number, but you have no idea what their ranges even are. You don't know what the market rate is. The scope of the role could change from the moment you join. So if I were you, I would spend the time in learning more about the interview panel, aka the hiring managers, and passing the bar. Because if the employer likes you, they will make a strong offer for you. And that's when you come in to negotiate. Okay? I would simply tell the recruiter that, I actually, if you don't mind, I would really want to focus on preparing and acing the interview. Amazon is one of my top employer, and I would love to learn more about the role and responsibility before talking about compensation. I will personally do that. Okay, Sweetie, I'm going to call you Sweetie. I interviewed for a regional position, got to the panel interview last stage, but I fell short using Matrix. Please, can you elaborate on using Matrix in telling your story? Why don't you go check out my video? It's called Data. What is it called? Limited data. Go look at my limited data video. I actually talked about that. A lot of those videos are coming up in 2022. Okay. If I were to just focus on that, I just don't want to repeat everything that's already in the last video. Okay. When you're comparing data and matrix, there's got to be a comparison and what problem you're trying to solve with numbers. Okay. Amazon is the one company that's extremely data driven. If you're going to talk data, you got to show up with data. Okay. And Amazon is an employer that believes that data does paint a clear picture, and I'm a big fan of that as well. I tried to use the same process at Facebook when I left and went to Facebook. Data could be interpreted in different way. Okay. One, the good thing is that it's going to make you show up very intelligent and smart because it will make you sound like you know what you're talking about. Now, the negative side of that is because you show up well and prepared, you can appear to be very structured because it's data. You're not a structured person. You just like to paint a clearer picture because the facts, guys, numbers don't lie. Okay. And if you need more help into re-interviewing, go take a look at my VIP coaching. My VIP coaching, 90% of the member have all failed their interview multiple times. And yes, you will land an offer in about, if you have had failed interview, usually takes about 2 to 3 months. That's what the 90-day program is for. Okay. And that also remind me, one of my member failed his Amazon interview multiple times and spent 3 months in my VIP coaching, the 90-day program with me and my cohort. And he just accepted a Facebook offer. Yeah. And yes, he re-interviewed at Amazon as well. And yes, for the same role and other employer as well. You see where I'm going? Okay. I don't want to say where he's coming from with his background, but his background, he came from an insurance background, not even a tech company. So the things that you guys are sharing with me, please understand that it is not new. Everyone is struggling with the exact same thing, but it's more important in what you're doing about it and how you're going to move forward. And are you willing to work hard to study? Because there's a lot of free content on my YouTube channel that you could certainly get offers without even having to work with me directly. Okay. Okay. All right. Member mode, it is on. Thank you. I'm very happy. I was one that listened to a T. Yeah, you did, Constant. I remember you so clearly. You see, Constant, I told you. I told you. You don't even have to work with me or hire any coach. If all you do is watch every single one of my content, you will get a job offer. Watch and then implement. Watch, listen, implement. Claudia, Claudia. Claudia says, I have an interview with the hiring manager for account manager on Thursday. This is in Luxembourg. I tend to get nervous before the interview. Any tips or recommendation before the interview? Yes, yes. I'm so glad you have asked. Let me show you something, okay? Let me go ahead and remove this. Number one, you have to build the right environment for yourself. Okay. What that means is that if you are a tea drinker or a coffee drinker, whatever that may be, make sure you have everything at your eye level, your eyesight, hot water, whatever that is. It calms you. I don't know what it is, but mentally it calms you down. Do you guys notice that I have my hot water right here? I have my coffee right here, my emergency raw honey in front of me as well if I started to choke because I'm battering with the winter allergy. The second thing you should do is to be interview ready. Let me show you an example. Hang on one second. Let me go ahead and drag this photo. Sorry, guys. You see this photo right here? Let me make this smaller, okay? This is literally, sorry, guys. I'm trying to make this in frame for you. This is actually one of my live stream. This photo right here, why I wanted to share this photo, look at very carefully. This is a time, let me move over this side a little bit. This is when COVID hit. This is in March. You could also see the timestamp on there. This is when I started my live stream, when I first started early on in my live stream, when our home was flooded and I had no gear, nothing, okay? You need to look like that when you guys are interviewing. All you need, that's just an iPhone, by the way. That's an iPhone 8, okay? iPhone, you see the back, how I add a little red color? It is literally a $19.99 small little LED light from Amazon. Okay. By the way, all of my gear checklist is on the link in every single one of my video. That's it. That's how you get this look. My iPhone, check. $20 light in the back, check. And the window is right next to me. If you don't have window, just get a ring light that's $50 on Amazon. That's it. So when you look prepared and sharp and you build the right environment, that should help you calm down your nerve a little bit. Okay. Hopefully that answers your questions, Claudia. I highly, highly recommend that the day before your interview that you don't spend time prepping for your interview because that's not helping the situation. That's actually going to make you more nervous. Okay? And please do come back to let me know how your interview go. And by the way, since you're interviewing for an account manager position, what is the largest account that you're able to close a deal with? Will you provide me an example? I repeat the questions. Walk me through a time of walk me through a time how you're able to generate or earn business from one of your largest customers or largest account. I will be surprised if the hiring manager does not ask you that question. Okay, Claudia? Solomon, it's been a long time, Solomon. Holly passed phone screen, 4-hour interview today. This will be the opportunity for you to connect with the team and get a better understanding of our culture here. What are the questions expected? Well, I don't know what the questions expected are. And you guys, the goal of interview prep is you shouldn't think and write down like the 100 questions, okay? You got to leave room for surprises, guys. If you don't like that, then Amazon's not a good place for you because at Amazon, everything is new. Everything is a surprise. And they're looking for people who are just have a very strong ownership and bias for action, where they just run with things and come up with their own original idea. That is why the way how I prep in my any of my actually these days I only have one service, which is a VIP coaching. I don't tell you every single questions, but I will make you think. I will transform your mindset where you're able to answer any probing question that's coming to you. Okay? Your 4-hour interview is your final loop, which means unless you have at the bare minimum 20 stories, you're not ready to interview. You need your stories. Go take a look at my Amazon questions and answer. It's not really Amazon questions and answer, it's just questions and answer. Okay? Yes, Claudia. The STAR method is not just for interview, it's for everything. Literally, it is for everything. It helps you stay concise and make sense in a very organized manner. Hello, Sandy. Welcome, Sandy, as a new member. Sandy says, did I join too late? No such thing. If you have questions, please do drop it and I will answer them all. Sandy says, I just finished an hour phone interview, went over 45 minutes. Well, a phone interview is generally about 45 minutes. Did you went over the 45 minutes on top of that? Waiting to hear back from the recruiter. I interviewed with the Amazon before and I'm traumatized. Any suggestion with this job? Well, you have already started the interview process, so I can't really tell you anything that hasn't happened from your phone screen. But rather than repeating myself, one, you need tremendous amount of stories in order to land a job in any of these FAANG companies. It's not just Amazon, in any FAANG companies, okay? Amazon specifically, you need to be a very good storyteller, concise to the point. That's Amazon. Now, if you guys are interviewing at Google or Facebook, you are forgiven if your answer is 1 minute long. But at an Amazon standard, if you're doing a lot of talking, the worst thing is now everyone is looking at you through the video camera, right? Virtual interviewed. Keep in mind, they are doing virtual meetings 8 to 10 hours a day. So the last thing they want to do is to do more interviewed like this. So you know that by the time they get to you, their mind is not all there. They don't want to do another interview. So you can do them a favor by being concise and get to the point. So this is what I mean by sticking with your answers for 30 to 45 seconds. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Holly. You can call me Sweetie. Yes, Sweetie. Purple says fail interviewed. Who here have already failed their Amazon job interview? Say I. It should be almost every single person in here, okay? It's okay, guys. It's okay to have failed interview because when you fail, let's just not call it, I hate using the word fail. Let's not say fail. When you didn't make it through a job interview, a business proposal, personal life, you didn't get the date that you want, whatever that may be, these are all just experiences. I think it's more important for you guys to learn through those experiences than to have to apply, fail. You see where I'm going? That old habit and the old pattern, it just needs to be cut. Okay? A lot of you guys are getting more and more desperate because I get it, it's the end of the year, but guys, listen to me. There are over 5 million job openings right now. 5 million, okay? There are so many job openings right now because the market is more hot now than ever. I don't know if you guys pay attention to LinkedIn. If you want to connect with me, make sure you do on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn alone, guys, a lot of the employers, it's not just Amazon, even Amazon alone. Remember, guys, I work at Amazon for a number of years and I have never seen them invest so much energy on conferences, on networking events, and all of this stuff. It's like 10 times the amount of work because everyone wants to get their hands on the best candidate, knowing that a lot of the folks are affected by the pandemic. And we've got that like the 30-40% of the folks who are already with those FAANG companies who wants to change, to make a career move to different companies or even taking off their big company to startup. So we have those as well. So a lot of these employers, startup or enterprise company or like the Amazon and Google in the world, They know that there's a lot of strong talent there. So they're investing their money and time and team into having all of this virtual event for you guys. Okay. In fact, Amazon AWS specifically, when they reached out to me to speak for the Women in Tech event last month, I was surprised. Apparently, they're doing conferences or talk every single month now. That's not that's not a norm thing at Amazon. Now is normal. You see where I'm going? The world is still changing into a remote setting, which is great, which means you don't have to physically buy a ticket, go attend a conference, look for parking anymore. So there shouldn't be any excuses for any of you guys. If you are on LinkedIn, I challenge you to write down 3 networking events that you wanted to follow. 3. Trust me on this, just 3. When you hit the giant follow button, I want you to actually show up. If Amazon is your company of choice, there are so many talks, so many virtual job fairs, so many interviewing with the ad hoc Amazon on the spot interview virtually. There's so much of that stuff. Don't spend your time in feeling desperate and nervous. I'm sorry, I'm very transparent. I'm just going to say it like it is. A lot of your messages to me via LinkedIn, when I say desperate, Holly, I failed my interview 6 times and I just reapplied to 50 position. I don't understand why I kept on failing. Do you hear what I'm saying? I want you to listen to the word that's coming out of you. Okay? I want you to do that. Holly, I've actually hired 3 coaches. It hasn't worked out, so I keep on applying to jobs. Seriously, stop. Okay? Just stop. Maybe before you hire a coach, you need to do your due diligence in finding everything about them and their program or service before you do so. Okay? That's why I like live streaming, so you can get a taste of exactly what you're getting. All right. Hope that all answers your question, Sandy. You're welcome, Claudia. Sandy says, I didn't want to apply till I rebuild my experience and develop myself through Amazon's LP. You can call it Amazon's LP, Amazon's interview questions, however you guys want to call it. Until you have your stories, you are not ready to interview, period. If you have failed the Amazon job interviewed, you're not going to get a job offer with other FAANG companies, because Amazon's interviewed is looking for productivity, smart, and can you do the job, and are you easy to coach? Are you coachable? Okay. If you don't have those requirement for an Amazon environment, like Google and Apple's and Facebook and Tesla now, did I say Facebook? Metaverse. It's going to take me a while to translate the Facebook to metaverse. They're not going to hire you because all the employers are looking for, are you smart enough to figure it out? And do you have any relevant experience to back up what you said? And this is why you need your stories. Okay, guys? Wow, 1 hour and 45 minutes is really long for a phone interview. What do you guys talk about? I have never in history of recruiting have any candidate that interview for 1 hour and 45 minutes long. All right, let's answer more questions, okay? Before we wrap it up, I have one more question, Holly. If the hiring manager wants to get some, what do you mean by that? If the hiring manager wants to get some before the end of the year, and I want more time, would that be too risky? I really want to prepare the best that I can. Here's the thing. That's actually very good for me to wrap it up with your question, Sandy, okay? If the hiring managers or the recruiters, whoever it is, want you to interview as quickly as you can, this is, to me, is logical sense. If you are not ready for your interview, go watch my Amazon fail interview playlist. There's only 3 short video clips. Go watch it out. I tell you exactly what to do to be prepared. What I'm telling you guys, it shouldn't be new to you. It is not new to you. But sometimes I really do things that my audience like me yelling at them. So you got your wish right here. Why are you guys doing it? If you're listening to the type of questions that you're asking, I want you to show up sharp to the interview. When you need more time, you know you need more time. So don't lose your credibility by rescheduling 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. For an Amazon interview, listen very carefully, guys. You need 3 months prepped. Okay? For those who don't need 3 months prep, you could just look at your whatever you're looking at, creating your story and acing it, that's telling me that you already have experience from other FAANG companies and you just need to learn more of the knowledge base to get the job. My audience and my customer are generally those who isn't coming from another big tech companies. With that in mind, you need about 3 months prep time. First month, guys, okay, I am going to talk Jesus with you guys for a second. It's going to take you close to about a month to know what exactly you have done in your entire background. Okay. And then you start creating your stories. Yeah. It's going to take you about a whole month to have perfect story and being able to really think it through and feel it. Because if mentally, if you're not there, how are you going to be able to answer all of those probing questions? Your second month is when you're able to articulate, assuming that you practice to death, either on your mobile phone, this guy right here, or on via Zoom, right? Then you're ready. Generally, a lot of my members, which is right here in the VIP coaching, result in getting a job either 2 months or 3 months for that reason. Okay. It's going to take you a few months. If you're practicing, you have an interview and you think you can just create the story really quickly and get the job. Great. Now that you have the story, how do you know your stories are relevant? How do you know you're able to stay concise with your story? How are you able to answer all of those probing questions with your story? You hear where I'm going? So until then, when you have an interview, even with the initial recruiter call, you still need at least a couple weeks to prep. The recruiter's job, because I've been a recruiter most of my entire life, okay? If you don't sound like you have the fundamental fit for the role, at least 70, 80%, I'm going to move on to a different person because my job in recruiting is to save the hiring manager's time, okay? So I'm not going to schedule a phone interview if I don't feel this person's going to pass the phone interview and result in an offer. Generally, when I spend time, I will dive very deep in your background to make sure you're able to do the job, even though you don't have all of the experiences. Because there's no such thing as having the right hire that means 100% of the expectation. No such thing. 70%, yes. 100, no. Okay? Keep that in mind. Highlighter. Welcome, Highlighter. Highlighter, this is going to be our last questions and then we wrap this up, okay? All right, Highlighter. Hi, Holly. In my city, there is no What's MKT? Market? I think you're talking about marketing job openings. The majority MKT opening is in another city. I don't want to move. I want to get uh, Amazon, I think you meant anyway, suggestion. Well, I don't know if you have heard, Highlighter, a lot of the position is remote anyway, guys, okay? So a lot of them are already remote. So when you're applying for job or land interviewed, one of the very first questions, first don't tell them that you're not willing to relocate. Get them on the phone, get the recruiter on the phone, okay? And then you ask them, can this position be remote? Make sure you set that expectation. In general, the employers won't have a problem in doing so, okay? So hopefully that have answered your questions. Guys, thank you so much. We have international job offers from what am I saying? From South Africa, from the US, from Luxembourg, from New Mexico. I'm very, very, very excited. Thank you so much for coming back, Amazonians, and supporting my channel. I am going to live stream and continue live streaming every single week at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. And I will see you next Tuesday, same time, same day, with your amazing people and answering all of your questions. And take care.